Why I'm here is because you told me that Chula, you have to apologize and do it sincerely. Let me go on my knees for you to know that this one is from my heart. You understand?
Hey guys, Blessing here. So in my last video, I mentioned that I was going to do a video about Chula and the role she has now taken upon herself in this Naomi audio saga. So to fully understand this video, I'd like to ask you to go watch my last video. I have it linked in the description box below, and you'll also see a pop-up here at the top of the screen. In that video, I mentioned that Chula had threatened to release Melissa's pictures. Let us dive briefly into who Chula is and how she comes into this whole story. Chula used to be Lolo's goddaughter. In fact, she was her goddaughter for 5 years before they fell out a little over a year ago.
Chula was, yes, my goddaughter. But at the time, I told her plain black that it is good you day your day, I day my day.
Basically, Lolo told Chula that their godmother-goddaughter relationship needed to come to an end. And the reason Lolo no longer wanted Chula to be her goddaughter was because Chula went back to the ex-boyfriend that Lolo had previously advised her against. Another reason Lolo no longer wanted to be associated with Chula was that Chula became friends with Lolo's then enemy, who goes by the name Esther Talk Show.
Why? Because Chula was my goddaughter. She told me everything she was going through with her boyfriend, baby father, and all of that. You know, there was issue there. I told Chula, I said, Chula, now you are a single mother. You have to build up yourself. A man has left you is not the end of the world. Since this guy has left, I would love it if you gather your children together, do something with yourself. When you put yourself at a certain position, a man will come for you, my darling. You don't need all of this.
How is this even a valid reason to cut ties with someone who calls you mother? I've always wanted to understand the essence of this social media godmother, goddaughter trend, and this right here makes me wonder if this is what it's all about. Does being someone's goddaughter mean you have to do exactly what they tell you to do and when they tell you to do so? Wouldn't that be like living in bondage, because you'd always feel obligated to do their bidding in order to mitigate the consequence that could follow if you don't do their will? The consequence of being ostracized and alienated by a public figure who had always publicly declared you to be linked to them. I mean, I don't have specific details as to why Lolo strongly believed Chula was better off without her baby daddy, so I can't really say much on that. But to cut someone entirely off simply because they didn't dance to your tune is a totally different ballgame, especially when it has to do with something as personal as a relationship with the father of one's children. As a mother figure, one would naturally expect Lolo to wish Chula well in such a situation and hope for her that she is able to build her relationship from where she left off and correct the mistakes that might have led to the breakup in the first place. Now let's listen to Lolo's second reason why she distanced herself from Chula.
As at that time, Esther Talk Show was not my friend anymore. I saw her started hanging out with Esther Talk Show them, and before you know, look at Chula in the car with baby father. I didn't talk about it. I leave it. And then she now called me, the baby father is this, is that. I'm like, Chula, Lolo, we not tell you not to go back. If you want to go back, but me, leave me out of it. I don't want to hear it again. I wish you all the best.
So Lolo told Chula that she wished her all the best, but in reality, she didn't really wish Chula any good, because when she got wind of the impending danger lurking around Chula, she did not make any attempt to protect Chula from it.
That was how I washed my hand off Chula. I don't like the people she associates with, but I am not in position to tell her not to associate with those people. And also going back to this baby father, after all she has been through, now she has set up her life back again. Is now she want to go back to this guy. He didn't change. He still remained the same that he is. Don't go. I can't tell her not to go, but I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to see it.
To be fair here, Lolo has every right to decide that she no longer wants to be Chula's godmother anymore. But where it gets malicious is when Lolo starts holding grudges against Chula without Chula even knowing it. Let me explain this a little further. According to Lolo herself, Lolo's former best friend allegedly informed Lolo that she was going to report Chula's YouTube channel on grounds of copyright infringement. At that time, Chula was uploading videos that were originally created by Lolo's former best friend. Chula was uploading those videos to her personal YouTube channel, and that is a severe YouTube violation which could result in your channel being ultimately terminated. So when Lolo's former best friend told Lolo what she was about to do, Lolo potentially could have averted that action, but Lolo did not do so. In fact, Lolo told her former best friend to go ahead with the plan.
It was because of your attitude. That is why I did not apologize for you. If not, I would have begged for your sake. Please don't do that to her. But your behavior that time, I just like, whatever. Do whatever you like to her.
And every time Lolo tries to defend herself against Chula, she always says that she wasn't responsible for the termination of Chula's YouTube channel. But the truth of the matter is that Lolo played a role in the termination of that girl's channel. Lolo did not pull the trigger, but she loaded the gun and said, "Shoot."
I did not block your account. I did not report you. But what I did was I did not beg for you. That was what I did. I didn't beg for you. If I had begged, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
After Chula's channel went down, Chula turned against Lolo and dealt with her mercilessly. Online, that is. She dragged Lolo and verbally cursed her out for 7 days on end. It was like the 7-day assault. Chula would come out every single day and say unspeakable things about Lolo. She insulted Lolo and also lied on Lolo on numerous occasions.
So Chula didn't call me. She didn't even ask me for 1 minute. Somebody you respect, no matter what. You will call the person for 1 minute.
So Lolo allowed Chula's YouTube channel to be terminated, hoping that Chula would come running back to her crying. She also blamed Chula for not reaching out to her before Chula went on a verbal rampage against her. Here is my question to Lolo. Did you, Lolo, reach out to Chula when you knew her channel was about to be taken down? I'm sure you didn't expect Chula would take it to the extent that she did. You know, let's be careful when we play God in people's lives, because at the end of the day, some people will take their destiny into their own hands, and the ensuing events might not turn out to be in our favor. Lolo also mentioned respect in her speech. Let's not fail to understand that respect is reciprocal. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Maybe if you had shown Chula some respect as your former goddaughter by reaching out to her, maybe things wouldn't have gotten out of hand the way they did. And don't get me wrong here, in my opinion, Chula went too far with the way she tackled the situation, but I also believe that this situation could have been prevented by Lolo.
Chula did a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
The verbal assault Chula dished out to Lolo was severe, to say the least. And it dealt a heavy blow on Lolo's reputation because people took Chula's word for it. After all, Chula was Lolo's former goddaughter, so it was easy for people to believe everything Chula said about Lolo. So a short while after then, I believe Chula had a rethink and perhaps her conscience wouldn't let her be. So she went ahead and made a public apology, not only to Lolo but also to all the people whose names she dragged in the mud. She didn't stop there. She went ahead and deleted all her YouTube channels. Some of those channels were even monetized, but that didn't deter her. She brought them down, including the one with over 8,000 subscribers. Now, if you're a YouTube content creator, then you should know how difficult it is to get just 100 subscribers on YouTube. So taking down such a big channel is a big deal. And Chula did this in an attempt to start all over again. She regretted everything she did to her former godmother and all the people she had hurt with her words and her actions. So she wanted to make a new start.
I am not afraid to start all over again. This is a new channel. I want to grow it from the beginning. I don't want to insult people to grow it. I don't want to do saga to grow it. I don't want to be an enemy to some people I'm not supposed to be, to just to grow my channel. I want to grow it positively. I want to grow it with positive energy.
Chula uploaded this video less than 3 months ago, and right now she has already gone back on her word, as she's now entangled in the Naomi audio saga that I made mention on at the beginning of this video. And that is actually the main contention of today's video, but I will get to that in a jiffy.
I have gone through a lot already, and I'm ready to start from square one, and that is why I shut down everything and I sent out apologies to people that I think I owe apologies.
Chula later discovered that Lolo did not watch the apology video she made because Lolo didn't feel like Chula's apology was genuine. So Chula took it upon herself to do a second apology video.
I was angry, yes. You don't expect when two people are fighting or quarreling, I should be telling you nice things. No, I've never seen that done before. Of course, I will also look for what will hurt you to tell you, just like you tell me what will hurt me as well. So that was it. And I'm still saying that I'm sending out my apology to you, that I am so sorry for the terrible words I told you. It's not funny, but I just need to laugh. I am sorry if I offended you. Please, ma'am, find a place in your heart to forgive me.
To my utmost surprise, Lolo did not accept this second apology. In fact, she did not even acknowledge it until now. And there is a reason behind her responding to Chula's apology 3 months later.
The way you started that video, is that how you started video, Chula? That is not how to start video now. To my greatest surprise, Chula wanted to reverse and come and apologize. She sent me inbox message after all she did. When she sent me message inbox, I was like, Chula has come again. I told her, say, carry your sorry, choke it your neck and throw yourself in the lagoon. I don't care.
Apparently, apart from the 2 public apologies that Chula made, Chula also sent a private apology note to Lolo, all of which Lolo did not accept. The only condition for which Lolo will accept Chula's apology is for Chula to go and complete a mission for Lolo. And that mission is for Chula to do a video addressing a certain Oyibo wife.
That is why this hungry Oyibo wife, Chula, you will go and write a message and tell her your experience. Then I, Lolo, will forgive you. You will write her your experience, how it all started, what happened, how you end, how you decamp. Give her info. Okay? At least you owe me that. That's a big credit you owe me. You will use it and pay. Send it to that hungry Oyibo girl, Oyibo wife.
I couldn't quite figure out who Lolo was referring to and why. But from all indications, it might be someone who is dragging Lolo online the way Chula did. And Lolo wants Chula to tell that person her experience, possibly to scare that person away. And I'm like, why does Chula have to run such errands for you, Lolo? Why does Chula have to do you such favors? This is also part of the reason I asked in my last video what the essence of a godmother-goddaughter relationship is. This looks like a mafia setting to me where people are sent on missions. Why is Chula even allowing herself to be used as a cyber slave like this? I mean, Chula already apologized to Lolo at least 3 times. Still, Lolo is not satisfied. Does Chula actually realize that she also deserves an apology from Lolo for the betrayal on her own part? How can Lolo be emotionally blackmailing these young girls in this manner? Is this really the purpose of having a godmother? Anyway, in order to please Lolo, Chula went ahead and did a 4th apology.
Here, I sit down this Saturday afternoon to say, Lolo, I am sorry for everything that happened. I overreacted too because I was angry. That is my blame. All the blame, caution it on me. Just put it on me. No problem. I accept it. And I am not expecting you to forgive me. You might decide not to forgive. But for the fact that you open your mouth to say, I should apologize to you, that is the reason why I'm doing it. The first apology, you said it wasn't sincere. I hope this one you see that really I obey what you said to come and tell you I am so sorry for what happened. It's not going to happen again. I just believe that With time, you will find a place in your heart to let it go.
This was the point Chula went on her knees and got emotional.
Let me go on my knees for you to know that this one is from my heart. You understand? Maybe you might not see me. I don't kneel down for people. I don't kneel down for people. So that's why I just tell you, everything that happened, just let it be bygone. I am so sorry for what happened. The thing caused me a lot of damage. I don't want to break down.
I will forgive her. Not that I will not forgive her. I will. But she needs to do those things.
Right, let's watch Chula accomplish the mission which Lolo sent her on.
I want to drop a very short message with experience. What you are doing now, I have experienced it too. That's why I'm just saying it as a friendly advice. You should stop it. So I will advise this YouTuber. I don't know her name. I don't really want to know. It's not really my business. I'm just delivering my message.
You don't know the person. You don't want to know. It's not really your business. You're just delivering your message. The message that you were sent to deliver by Lolo. Do you now see that you have become a zombie in the name of a goddaughter? Now let's quickly take a look at the full meaning of what a godmother is. According to the English dictionary, a godmother is a woman who is a godparent. A person who has pledged to help with the upbringing of a child. And of course, we all know by now that neither Chula nor Bianca is a child. They are both full-grown women. Not just women, they are mothers. So theoretically, Lolo should be the godmother to Bianca's or Chula's children, and not the other way around. I then went ahead and looked it up on Wikipedia, and here is what I found. So what is the role of a godmother? According to Wikipedia, in both religious and civil views, a godparent tends to be an individual chosen by the parents to take an interest in the child's upbringing and personal development, to offer mentorship and claim legal guardianship of the child if anything should happen to the parents. And the ironic part of it is that Lolo also has a godmother herself. So technically, that woman would be Bianca's god-grandmother. I mean, you guys just need to cut that crap. It's laughable. So Chula, you don't need to fall in the black hole of favors for Lolo. You have already apologized multiple times. If Lolo chooses not to accept your apology, you have no power over it. Just believe in yourself that you have done your part and you don't endlessly need to do favors for Lolo to prove your loyalty. So back to why I'm even doing this Chula Lolo video. Well, Chula's name came up during the Naomi audio saga. It is still unclear why Melissa mentioned Chula's name, but Chula didn't find it funny and she went ahead and threatened to release Melissa's pictures. Given the fact that Chula had initially vowed during her comeback that she wants to stay away from drama and saga.
I don't want any pinch of saga involved on my channel. I don't want you coming to comment what other people have been saying about me on my channel. I don't want you coming to mention other people's name on my channel. So I will get angry and insult them. Please. This is a new start for me. If you come across any video, anybody insulting me, don't send it to me. Don't come and comment it on my channel.
It came as a surprise that Chula was going for this approach, and this immediately raised suspicious eyebrows. All fingers pointed towards Lolo, and even Melissa gave off the impression that she believed Lolo put Chula up to it. Well, I don't know Lolo that well to make that judgment, but the argument being raised here is that if Lolo could publish private pictures of a former best friend of 10 years, then she should also be capable of using Chula as an instrument to bring out Melissa's pictures. Melissa being someone Lolo has known for barely 2 years. So what do you guys think? Do you guys also think Lolo coerced Chula into doing this? I thought I should also update you guys that Lolo has finally come out to address the audio saga. Well, let's just say she didn't really address it. All she did was come out in an attempt to exonerate Bianca in all of this.
What happened has happened.
The only thing I have to say about what happened is that Bianca is not the beginning and is not the end of the issue. So whatever you hear and choose to believe, I can't help you. I can't erase it from your head. But I, that involved in it, is telling you that Bianca has nothing to do with it. And that is all I'm going to talk about in the issue on ground.
Here is my final note to Chula before I round off this video. Dear Chula, it is really a pity that you got publicly ridiculed by someone you think so highly of. Please don't let anyone ever do this to you again. You deserve to be treated better than this. This is your dignity being rubbished online, and you know that the social media never forgets. You're a mom of wonderful boys. Teach them strength and defiance by example. Don't ever do anything they would grow up not to be proud of just because you want to please a fellow woman like you who has little or nothing to offer you. No disrespect intended here. But you've probably never even met this woman in real life. You already did a noble and honorable thing by admitting your wrong and publicly apologizing for all wrongdoing and confessing publicly online that you had told a lie. You did this more than once, Chula. What more sincere apology could one possibly ask for than that? But you also brought down all associated YouTube channels, depriving yourself of potential revenue. You don't owe anyone a bigger apology than what you did, and don't let anyone ever tell you how you should say sorry to them. It is your apology, not theirs, so don't let yourself be used as a tool to feed other people's ego. Learn how to set boundaries for yourself as a woman and know when to say no. Enough is enough. Learn how to stand your ground, and I hope this video serves as a wake-up call for you, Chula. Your dignity, self-esteem, and prestige are worth more than social media presence. Do not let anybody rubbish these values because they are priceless. So please, babe, raise your head up and build on your self-confidence because you're worth it. I know most people would say, yeah, Chula went too far with the insults. But I am also here today to proclaim that Lolo went too far with the way she treated Chula, and Chula also deserves an apology for the way Lolo has now put her reputation in jeopardy.
I can hold that ransom forever.
I also mentioned in my last video that this story has started to develop wings and branches. And to that effect, there is now a new saga developing between ODL Kate and Monica Ambrose. That is going to be my next video. So if you guys want to watch that video also, do make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, make sure you like my page, share the video, and I will catch you on my next one.